down here at the barrier.
Let's see, I see you've got one of the boys, the clerk of the course, holding you there. Is that because you fell off the other day?
I'm having a bit of trouble staying on, Pete. It's very windy out here. I don't think I'll ever live that down, will I?
Bit of the old super glue on the saddle normally helps.
I've got it. Well, it looks like super glue.
Yes, all right. Johnny Lesh down there at the starting point here for the Network 10 hurdle race, and I think we'll leave him right there as they get set. There's Gegabar, about to be led forward with the clerk of the course. If you weren't with us on Cup Day, he dived forward, actually hit his head on the gates, and they had to take him out. Afternoon homer, and he was examined by the vet and declared not fit to run. So the connections, especially trainer John Marr, who was very disappointed with that, they'd set him for the Cup hurdle, and hopefully he'll be able to make amends here for those of you who have supported him in the first event. All right, before they move in, let's go up to the commentary box and Dan and Gary.
Thank you, Pete. About to move in for this first event. Still about 60 seconds of betting time remaining. They'll move up pretty swiftly. 3 sets of stablemates in the race. And quite a few greys engaged in this event, Gary Willits.
Yes, definitely. It's always a good sight, this one, Dan. They got those 5 hurdles in the straight the first time up here, and it's always a good sight to see them come flying up here. Quite a good crowd building up. We've got a few horses here that Johnny Letts could get on down here by the winning post. A couple of 3 ponies. He'd be able to keep his legs either side of those.
Yes, there is too. All right, they move up well. Jegabar's a favourite. He's unbeaten in 3 runs, Gary.
Yes, and you know, been very impressive. I remember one day he was leading, and he made a real mess of the second last fence and went down on his nose. He was still good enough to get up and win, but he wouldn't want to do anything wrong in this race. There's also there, Foreign Flight. He's won his last 3, and he's been going along all right, but Gegabar does look good.
He's a very good hurdler. I've had the privilege, I suppose, of calling at each of his wins. And he's just much better than these one-on-one. The only problem is he relaxes so much, he just about goes to sleep. Now, if you close your eyes, you're going to trip over a hurdle, and that's what's happened to him a couple of times. He's been lucky to stay on his feet. $2 even, and $1.20 for number 1, Jegabar. It'll run the favourite quite clearly from Inchgower.
Yeah,
and Impulsive Risk.
And number 4, Belcapine, Jamie Evans. Jamie's got a contract to ride in England, which he's delighted about. And the chap's got 150 horses. So it'll be great for Jamie.
And they're all set to go. Trojan Gift joins the line. Light on, racing now. And Carindale was perhaps the best out with leading Bounty down towards the inside. Inchgower just behind them as they draw up to the first obstacle. Then Foreign Flight, dropping in behind them was Cut Diamond. Further out to Belcapine, Rare Vintage, and also Impulsive Risk. And Jegabar's last and very wide out on the track as they run down the straight the first time. Now Inchgower, the Tasmanian, who won the Cup hurdle on Tuesday, is about to take over the role of leading this field down to the 3rd fence. It's Inchgower in front of Carindale and leading Bounty, and Belcapine going up 4th, and then Foreign Flight, followed by Rare Vintage. Trojan Gift next, and then came Cut Diamond. Or Foreign Flight all but sold out there. Lockyer, the jockey, lost the reins for a stride or 2, and the horse lost probably 4 lengths, but he is on his feet. Inchgower gets over the next one, jumped that well. By 2 lengths to Belcapine on the outside of leading Bounty. 4th on the inside, Rare Vintage, and Jegabar still out 4 wide, keeping out of trouble. Immediately inside him was Impulsive Risk, and then came Carindale on the inside of Trojan Gift. About 5 to Cut Diamond, and 3 lengths away Foreign Flight after nearly falling up the 3rd obstacle. Going out of the straight, they have about 2,100 metres to travel, and Inchgower has settled very well for Craig Headage, and it leads by 2 lengths. Belcapine second, a half a length to leading Bounty, 1.5 to Rare Vintage, and then Carindale on the inside. 3 deep Jegabar, a length and a half away then to Trojan Gift. Then came Impulsive Risk, and 2 lengths to Cut Diamond, 2 lengths away Foreign Flight. Impulsive Risk all but sold out there. Crashed through it. Back in 3rd last position. Inchgower at the 1,800 leads by 2 lengths. Belcapine and leading Bounty sharing 2nd placing. A length further back, 4th Rare Vintage, and then Carindale 5th on the inside. Followed by Jegabar. Trojan Gift got through that one awkwardly. 2 lengths to Impulsive Risk. Foreign Flight about to hook around it, and back to the inside was Cut Diamond. Heading up towards the next jump at the 1,500 metres point, and then Inchgower giving a terrific exhibition. Leads by 1.5 to leading Bounty, and Belcapine and Jegabar getting closer. He's never been on the track. He is out 3 wide, and he's been at least that wide from the start. 2 lengths away in 5th position, Rare Vintage, and then Carindale back on the rail. About 3 lengths further back to Foreign Flight, and then Cut Diamond and Trojan Gift. The 2 stablemates drop out of it as Impulsive Risk went past them. Inchgower at the jump of the 1200 leads by 1.5 to Leading Bounty, who's had a charm run second. Jegabar to a clear third, Belcapine under the stick fourth, and they've broken away 5 lengths to Rare Vintage and Carindale, then Impulsive Risk and Foreign Flight, Cut Diamond and Trojan Gift, but the leader is Inchgower, still over a length in front of Leading Bounty. 1 length away, Jegabar third, now starting to be ridden along a little bit. He's only 3 lengths off the lead, and 2 lengths away fourth was Belcapine, then Rare Vintage sticking on, but it's still under pressure. It's holding down fifth, and then Carindale followed well back in the field by Impulsive Risk, and then Cut Diamond, Trojan Gift, Foreign Flight to the turn. Inchgower is the leader, got away again, a length and a half to Leading Bounty. 4 or 5 lengths away, Jegabar, the effort is telling, he's under pressure, and they were followed back to the inside as they turned for home by Belcapine. Leading Bounty going up on the outside of Inchgower, down to the second last one. Leading Bounty took over from Inchgower. They're about 12 in front of Jegabar, who scrambled through the last. Leading Bounty over a length in front of Inchgower. Here's the all-important last one. Leading Bounty got over it well. He's 2 lengths in front of Inchgower, and they are well clear from Carindale, battling on into third placing from Rare Vintage, but Leading Bounty is going to win the first. Leading Bounty well ridden, had the sit on Inchgower throughout, and Leading Bounty wins by 2 lengths to Inchgower. 20 lengths away, Carindale third. Then came Rare Vintage, Impulsive Risk and Jegabar. A break to Belcapine, a long break then to Cut Diamond, Trojan Gift and Foreign Flight, who all but sold out early, has trailed the field.
Yeah, very good win, Dan. Leading Bounty, he was well ridden by Andrew Moore, and a lovely sit on Inchgower, is it? Inchgower, and but the one that worried me was the top weight Jegabar all the way on the run. I noticed Bill Lonergan kept looking down as if something was wrong with the horse, and he looked around all the way up the straight the first time, and it was quite surprising. Even when I come into the second last fence, he was looking down as if something wasn't quite right with the horse.
Well, he did sort of go up at about the 1600, still looked a chance, but he was always wide, Gary, and as far out as the 800, Billy didn't really even put the horse under pressure. He just seemed to lose ground from that point.
He certainly did, and here's Leading Bounty going right away. Andrew Moore had ridden a beautiful race on this horse, and has gone to the line really strongly.
It was, he did ride it well because he had the perfect run through the field to sit behind Inchgower, and both horses were probably the only 2 horses in the race that jumped perfectly.
Definitely, yeah, he stood off well. Jegabar got in a bit close, but here's a good shot right up close. But he went to the line very strongly, but it was quite noticeable. Bill Lonergan, I don't know if there was something wrong with Jegabar, he could feel it, but you know, he just didn't look to be travelling well to me any part of the race.
Well, Andrew Moore's had a good association with this horse, Leading Bounty. That's his 3rd win in the last 6 or 7 weeks or so, let's see, so it'd be a big thrill to win this week. Go ahead, John.
Right, Andrew, Leading Bounty, good ride all the way. You sat behind the pacemaker Inchgower.
Yes, mate, he was the only one to beat. Jegabar, I liked him, but, you know, he had a little bit of troubles the other day on Cup Day, but this little horse here, I always thought he was the best bet of the day today because he dropped 7 kilos on his last win at Murray, you know.
And he won easily at Maui?
6.5 lengths, yes. Won well.
And he's trained by a guy that really knows his jumpers, Gary Carson, a great champion jumping rider, wasn't he?
He's the best, mate. Since I've come from Tassie, he's helped me outstanding, you know. My riding's improved. I think at the moment now I can match it with any of the boys here. I think I'm leading rider with Jamie Evans at the moment now. So.
That's terrific, Andrew. Good effort, and hopefully next year on the first Tuesday in November, the Cup Hurdle, you might be here.
Oh well, I had a good ride on it Tuesday. Raj and and he walked through the third one and hurt himself. You know, put me out a bit of business.
Next year we'll go a bit better.
Yes, mate.
Good luck, Andrew.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks. Let's see Andrew Moore, winning rider on Leading Bounty. The official numbers are 11, 2 and 6, 11, 2 and 6. 4th home, number 9, Rare Vintage, and 5th home was number 3, Impulsive Risk. Jegabar weakened so much that he wound up in 6th placing. Peter Don.
It's on going at the 1 bat, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He's you know, for an entire in his age, he does well.
All before today's Nissan Stakes. Shane Dye took out the newly introduced Ron Hutchinson Award for excellence in the Group 1 races over the 4 days. Today's feature went to Seaskay, continuing the Hayes Stables' domination of final day. Racing underway when Leading Bounty graduated to the city with a fine win over the jumps. His 4th in 6 hurdle starts. Gigabar the favourite wide but disappointing. Patrick Payne was back in form on Placido in the second, scoring at 14 to 1. Sportspeed well back most of the way. And Darren Gauci was back for his first ride after being hurt last Saturday. He won on flavour in the steward's room on protest over Greg Hall's ride Sam Udira. Then started the quadrella.
Here's our Brigetta, and Magical Storm is pegging them all back on the inside. Magical Storm has raced up to our Brigetta, Amuse Us and Symbols. Magical Storm starts to draw away, and Magical Storm goes on a win a length and a quarter.
The third win of the carnival for Rod Griffiths. Magical Storm at 11 to 2. Greg Hall beaten into second place again, but there was worse to follow. Dumped by Tenor on the way to the start, Hall suffered a fractured left wrist. Tenor a late scratching, lucky to escape injury after an impromptu hurdling debut.
Snap down the outside, our Marquise, and then Sober Suit. Further back is Seaskay starting to get through near the inside at the 300, and still Talander has it from Snap, Seaskay, our Marquise, Sober Suit and Juggler. Talander at the 200 in front of Snap and Seaskay. On the outside, Sober Suit and Juggler. Seaskay pounces on the lead at the 100 now. Seaskay from Talander and Snap, and Seaskay's going to do it again. Seaskay's won it from Talander.
The Hayes grip on this race continues. Through Colin, David and now Peter, they've won 5 of the last 7. This Peter's first Group 1 win.
We worked out that was either 13 or 14 Group 1 placings since I started training. A lot of them heads, necks, you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th in the Cox Plate. So we've been knocking on the door but just haven't been able to snatch one.
We've got a bond that I probably haven't associated with another horse in all of my career, and I mean, it's just great. I know what he wants to do, he knows what I want to do.
Seaskay making it 2 straight wins in the race at 10 to 1. The last to do the double, Aquanita, in 1960-61. Talander, very good at the track. Juggler did his best late. Race 6, Pindy had missed the cup to start in this.
Down the outside comes Sexton from Dark Czar. Pindy the leader from Quick Ransom, and on the outside Dark Czar. But Pindy is going great guns. Quick Ransom a length and a half behind. Can't pick her up. Pindy gets the money from Quick.
This is Group 2. This is a good race for a mare such as Pindy. She'll go to stud. It's put a lot of value on her as a stud mare. You know, they don't come much better than this mare, really.
Pindy, a strong winner in the Queen Elizabeth, ridden by Larry Cassidy. She'll back up in next Saturday's Sandown Cup. Shane Dye won the inaugural Ron Hutchinson Award and then rode Red Hope in the sprint.
Raise the pulse, Red Hope getting to Madison Point, and then Sword, who's running on well. Now with about 100 metres to go, Red Hope had raced up to Madison Point. Raise the pulse, Red Hope and Madison Point. Red Hope goes home the best, and Red Hope wins it from Madison Point. Raise the pulse is 3rd, 4th was Sword, and then Propetus.
Red Hope at 16s in the second last over Madison Point and Raise the Pulse, and the last today was taken out by Take or Leave It. Final event on the program. We just missed that one. It was 12 to 1, Take or Leave It in the last. Okay, there's a daily double, $155.80.